Hello, Gabriel. How are you?
Gabriel. How are you?
I hope you're doing all right. Eleanor Hill, welcome in. How are you? I'm good. Made it through another day. Flying Scotsman, hello. Today is National Lemon Meringue Day, National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. I don't have any lemon meringue pie. I wish I did, but I didn't think ahead enough to make one or buy one. What are you going to do? It's also India Independence Day. So, one for India. What is that? What is what? Lemon meringue pie? It's a pie that's been around for a long time. It's kind of just a pie crust with lemon filling, a lemon pudding, and meringue on top. Oh, Eleanor, you're brushing your teeth? Oh. Yeah, it's kind of pie in the U.S. that you either like it or don't. It's quite tart. Hello, Bob Street. Mason Sutton, how are you? Nancy Sanchez, how you doing? There's Sam. Nancy, I'm doing okay. Not bad. Bob, what can I help you with? Something you need? Something going on? Hello, Brooke. How are you? Depression and anxiety. And TBI. I don't know what TBI is, but Teresa, how are you? Yes, what about it? What's going on? Link Sim. How you doing? So what's good? What's exciting? Gabriel's coming in strong with the popcorn. How was your day, Brooke? Got any plans? Thamid, how are you? I don't think I have any plans this weekend. I don't know what's going on this weekend. I know I got a lot to do. It's getting backed up on me, but it is what it is. It's gotten hot again in Oklahoma. It is humid here. Hot and humid. Happy Independence Day to anybody in India. '93 in Maryland. Yeah. Whew. I have no plans this evening. None that I can think of. Figure I'll probably tomorrow take Lisa out for dinner. Or go to the casino and have dinner and do a little gambling. Maybe. Poop on tree. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Flying Scotsman. YouTube is a happy place when you are careful and enjoy videos. Yeah, I would say it is. Do I play slots? Oh, yeah. Not often and not a lot, but they have it's called Quick Hit. And they have 4 machines in a row. Where's John? I think he's at home. I called him a little bit ago. I want his help on a video. I want to do a video skit, and I need his voice in it. And I wanted to do it this afternoon, but he couldn't. Okay, Jack, come on. But he couldn't do it. So sometime this weekend, we'll probably try to get that done. Need a little more room, Jack? But anyway, we that quick hit machine, they got 4 of them, and sometimes we'll go there to eat. They have a nice steakhouse in the casino. Sometimes we'll go there to eat and gamble a little bit. But if those machines if they're taken, we'll just leave. We don't play anything else but that quick hit. Oh yeah, Brooke. Today is National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. I should have fixed one. I should have made one or went and bought one. But I didn't. Roger that. How are you? Here's one for Roger. Robert Decker. How are you? Makes me think of when I was a kid. I was probably in high school. There was a thing going around called an upper decker. I always thought that was so nasty, but I guess people was doing it. Eleanor is just distributed by the channel owner. Hey Al, how you doing? You've never had lemon meringue pie, Brooke? My mom used to make lemon meringue often when I was a kid. And when she was really, really picky on her meringue tips, she had to get the meringue just right to where it would tip up all over, where it would peak. Another haircut? Nope. It's the same one I gave myself. What is an upper decker? I would say it was probably 50 years ago. Kids would do what they called an upper decker, where they would go into like a public toilet and they would poop in the tank instead of in the bowl. And it was like a prank thing, which is kind of gross, but that's what they would do, and they called it an upper decker. No, I don't think I have yet, Brooke. I don't think I've checked comments on those yet. I don't think. I'm not sure. I'm My memory is about shot, so I couldn't say if I did or not. Yeah, then when I started working in convenience stores and any place with a public toilet, even the restaurant, I always said I better not find somebody did that. That would be terrible. Pi is being celebrated now. Oh yeah, they have a national day for almost everything. I think September 10th is National Jalapeno Day. So I think I'll do a live and just see how many jalapenos I can eat one right after the other. The Dixie toilets. No, I don't know what that is. Eleanor says frozen oranges. You mean just like in the freezer or freeze dried? I bet a freeze dried orange slice would be pretty good. Just in the freezer? I bet that would be good, especially on a hot day. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Al. All right, Robert, you got it. I bought like 6 a few days ago, and I went through all 6 in a couple days. I got a container of cottage cheese. I got some other stuff, but I was in the mood for cottage cheese, and I picked up 6 jalapenos. And the first night I got up it was probably 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, opened up that cottage cheese and sat here at the table eating cottage cheese and jalapenos. It was a good time. Oh, Google says September 5th. Okay, I was thinking it was the 10th. I'll have to remember that. Song Jones, how are ya? Take your cap locks off. Nightbot gets kind of offended with caps. Hello, Mary. How are you? Happy Lemon Meringue Pie Day to everybody. And happy India Independence Day to everybody. Nightbot needs to calm down. Yeah, you're right, Sam. Penny, how are you? Hello, Mario. I'm pretty good. How are you? As soon as I started going live, he had to get up here in my lap. I bought a whole bunch of cans of freeze-dried food. This was years ago, and one of the cans was freeze-dried Neapolitan ice cream. And I had the can for several years, and I decided, just open that and see what it's like. And I opened that can up, was not a fan. It was very powdery. But I still have cans of like freeze-dried roast beef, freeze-dried eggs, cottage cheese, and apple butter. I might have to try that. My mom used to love to put a big old spoonful of cottage cheese on her plate, especially like at Thanksgiving, and then cover it with brown gravy. And I tried it, and it's pretty good. You just made chicken tacos and rice with beans. Ooh. Oh, that sounds yummy. Happy day to chat. Yeah. You don't like cottage cheese, Eleanor? It's kind of an acquired taste, I guess. I don't like large curd. There's been a couple times we mistakenly got large curd, and I don't like that. But with me, you put a lot of salt and pepper on it. Oh, love it. Yeah, yeah, heavy on the pepper. Freeze-dried eggs are thin. They probably are. I haven't opened the can yet. Mario says, my dad just made steak and hot dogs. And your mom made rice. Ooh, yum. Yeah, for dinner tonight, I made pork loin steaks, baked potato, and zucchini squash. Does it show up for you? What is it? I got lost on that one. You can't lose with Neapolitan ice cream. The freeze-dried was not good, or I didn't like it. I think I had one of my sons try it, and they thought it was all right, but I was expecting something different, I guess. All right, Sam. Have a good one. Try cottage cheese and apple butter. I think I will. Roast in gravy over rice and Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. I did a short one time where I took some Brussels sprouts in a bag, and I said the proper way to fix Brussels sprouts is like this, and I just threw them in the trash. And of course, it was just a joke video. After the video was over, I took the bag back out of the trash and wiped it off and put it back in the freezer. But what up, Ben? How are you? Anyway, I got a lot of comments about why I would throw away perfectly good food. And I had to explain it was just a video, just to be funny. Jackson Golfing, how you doing? What's going on? Hello again, Emily. How are you? Jack, get down. Get down. Nope. Those are seeds. I thought there was a can of freeze-dried stuff down there. I was going to pull one out and see what it was. Strootman Noah, you lost your dad 2 weeks ago? I'm so sorry. Use Philly cream cheese instead of ricotta in stuffed shells. That would be good. I'm pissed. I always listen to people saying how nasty they were. Never tried them. Boy, were they right. What is it? I missed something. What were you saying there, Brooke? What were you talking about? Oh, salt on apples? I would probably like that. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I like salt on watermelon. Anthony Williams. You have a strong name. Pat Farmer, how are you? Sugar on a grilled cheese. I don't know if I would like that. Come on. Oh, come on, Jack. I don't know if I would like that. Mariah Tomasic says, who are you? I'm Ron. Nice to meet you. Better than ice cream with mustard. You're probably right. Oh. I fixed dinner and we got dishes all done, and my wife says, I want to go to Sonic and get an ice cream. Do you want anything? I said, yeah, grab me a hot fudge sundae. So she's gone to Sonic to get a hot fudge sundae, which to me is kind of a waste of gas, especially being it's it's about 12, 13 miles to town. So that'll burn a gallon of gas easy on there and back just for a ice cream. But it is what it is. Robert, you have an apple tree. What, red apples? I've got one. It drops the little green apples. They're good for cooking and baking, but I don't care for them just to eat. Little too tart. Pat, you're right. She is. She is awesome. Brussels sprouts. You always heard they're nasty? Yeah, some people don't like them. I love them. The only two things I don't like is beef liver and lima beans. Never been a fan of either of those two things. Honeycrisp. Oh, that's a good apple just to eat. Yeah. Seasoned salt on grilled cheese is good. I bet it would be. Have a good one, Eleanor. Appreciate you. What about broccoli with cheese? Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone told me back when I did that Brussels sprout video, someone told me in a message, she just cooks them in the bag in the microwave for, I think it's like 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes, dumps them in a bowl, lays American cheese slices on them, puts it back in the microwave for like 10-15 seconds. And I tried it. It was real good. Konik Kinokis, welcome back. How are you? It's the festival in Scotland just now, so we're having a great time, Ron. That is awesome, Pat. Penny, your uncle got hit by a car. I hope he's okay. I hope it wasn't too serious. Oh, you need a coffee cup like this for your man, Hope? Does he put in the work to deserve a cup like this? Brooke, I don't like liver, never had it, but it's one of those things. Yeah, my mom loved liver when I was young, so she would cook it with grilled onions. So she cooked it fairly often, at least once a month probably. And I didn't like it, and I since then I've even tried it at a restaurant. I thought they had a special. Some little diner we went to had a special with liver. So I said, oh, let me try it again, and no. Oh, Penny. Oh, that when you were 11? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, when I was in my 20s, early 20s, I needed a job real bad. I was like in between jobs or something, so I took a job as a bartender. And I was working one night, and my cousin and his uncle came in, and they had a few beers and played some pool. And well, then his uncle left, and they were both on motorcycles. Well, he went off the road, and he hit a guide wire that holds the utility pole up, and that guide wire just took him in half. And my cousin went down there and was able to talk to him. He was talking, but able to talk to him and say goodbye before he passed away. But of course, it killed him. Ron, you know everybody has a specialty that they cook. What's mine would probably be an omelet. But you know one of my favorite foods is spaghetti. Hello, Lisa. How are you? I used to make good spaghetti from scratch, the sauce, but I guess it's just the amount of work and that it takes. I just end up buying a can of Hunt's spaghetti sauce. I haven't made spaghetti sauce in probably 10 years or better. How are you, Lisa? Random things. How you doing? Back when I was in living in Arizona, the local restaurant had a chef. His name was Jacques. He was, I think he was from France. Thank God it's Friday. Yeah. Anyway, he was diagnosed with cancer. And how many eggs today, Lisa? I think I got 5 this morning. I think they're laying somewhere else, because now that they're free ranging, sometimes I'll run across a spot where they've been laying and I didn't know it. So I'm going to have to look around and see if I can find out if they're laying somewhere else, because I should have got more than 5. But this guy Jacques, I remember one day he invited us over for a visit, and he baked these little pastries that were yummy. And then after that, he served a cup of coffee, There was probably six or eight of us there, friends and people he worked with. And he served everybody a cup of coffee and a little shot or a little jigger or whatever of peppermint schnapps. And I thought that was kind of odd. He says, well, you take a little bitty sip of the peppermint schnapps and then a sip of coffee. And I tried it, and that was so interesting. I thought it was just, it tasted good. But anyway, he got cancer. And somebody told him a way to get over the cancer, or to beat the cancer, was to drink cow's blood. So he went to a local butcher and he got them to put aside a pint, or I think he bought it by the quart or something, but what he would do is he would drink a pint of this every day, just raw, right out of the pint jar. And of course he died anyway. I think he even did that instead of like chemo and radiation. But yeah, I was like, Jacques, that's just a weird thing, man. But he tried it. Hello, Adam. Susan OMG. How are you? Back at that time in Arizona, yeah, I wouldn't think so either, Adam. I watched him down about a fourth or a third of that pint, and it was like, oh, that's got to be horrible. And he'd had it in the fridge, so it kind of gotten thick. But back at that time, me and my wife had a restaurant in a little town in Arizona. And we had a friend of the family, or a friend that he was extremely anti-government. And him and my dad decided to start a feed store. So this little town was, you could almost consider it a ghost town because there wasn't that many people in it. Oh yeah, Jacques, he was great cook. But anyway, him and my dad decided to start a feed store, so they rented a building in town, very small town. And they kept the hay right behind the restaurant, right behind the cafe that me and Lisa had. Big stack of hay. And one day he was out back there, and my dad was on the ground, and oh shoot, his name was Lou. Feels like a tummy ache? It wasn't. It was good. It wasn't a lot of peppermint schnapps though. It was just a little jigger, and you take a little sip of it, and it made the coffee taste like a mint coffee. But anyway, Lou was up on top of this haystack, and he was tossing down some hay bales, and my dad was putting them in the back of a truck, and I was in the cafe cooking. It was fairly early, and I heard this boom that didn't sound right. So I got back to look, and Lou, moving a hay bale, he always kept a gun, a 9mm semi-automatic, in the back of his pants. Everywhere he went, he had that 9mm. Anyway, that thing went off. when he was throwing down a hay bale. And it shot down through one butt cheek, into the other butt cheek, and traveled down his leg. Penny, ooh. Yeah, that would be horrible. But anyway, he shot himself. And it was a little town called Wickiup, Arizona. There wasn't any big towns around. So, yeah, it was weird that, and he always kept the safety off in the back of his pants. We called 911, and a helicopter came out and picked him up. They flew a helicopter out there, picked him up, took him to the hospital. Have you ever heard the song Ram Ranch? Yes, I have. My son played that for me. Oh, it's been maybe close to a year ago or something. But anyway, his wife jumped in the car and took off to the hospital. And it was probably 3 hours later, here she comes back with him in the car. He refused service. He didn't want to be put under because he didn't trust him. But he came back and came back with that bullet down in his leg. They had put bandages on his wounds. But I thought, man, that's just weird to be that obsessed with paranoia. Well, I hate to do this to you, but my wife just got back with a hot fudge sundae. No, Pat, I never have. Yeah, peach schnapps, I remember that. I've said that I grew up on a dairy farm in Iowa, and it got cold. Well, we were out there. It's not a heated building. It's a barn, milking cows. And my dad would keep a bottle of, sometimes it was peach, and sometimes it was apricot, and it would be schnapps in the milk house. And I was probably 14, but it was like 14 up until I was like 18. If it got too cold in that milk house, one of us would go take a shot of that schnapps, and you could feel it warming as it went down. I don't know if it helped, but but it was always there. I didn't look up a quote today. Did he make moonshine? No. But it was probably 6 months ago. I told my wife I wanted to try making moonshine just to see if I could do it. She didn't say no, so I ordered a still, a Moonshine still, and UPS delivered it, and she said, "You're not going to make moonshine. That's illegal." So the whole setup is sitting out in my a camp trailer, still boxed up, and one of these days, though, I'll probably dig it out just to see if I can. Wives are full of bad advice. Yeah. Virginia Redbone, how are you? Firebow, how you doing? No. You got dibs on a sample? Best wife ever, yeah. Yeah, but I looked into moonshine, and to do what's called like just a sugar wash, where basically all you're doing is fermenting sugar. You just start with like cornmeal and 5 pounds of sugar. You let it ferment with yeast, and then you distill it. And it'll make it, but that's kind of cheating. The way they actually do it is they cook the cracked corn or cornmeal, and let the natural sugars that's in it make the alcohol. Brooke, yeah, it's not legal. Not even for personal consumption. I looked into it. I don't know if they'd do anything because it's not it's a small still. It probably holds 13 gallons. So I don't think they'd do anything if you weren't selling it or transporting it. Scotland, well known for making moonshine. Yeah, well, here in Oklahoma, I'm sure there's still people that have stills out back of their house. Lamar Santiago, how are you? My age? I am 64. Experience? No, actually, this happened years ago in Arizona, and I don't know why he was anti-government to the point that if feds would have come after him, it would have been a shootout. What was bad was him and his wife. They ended up buying a travel trailer, and they moved the travel trailer out back of the cafe, because I had the cafe, and then the land next to it was pretty good sized, and it was big enough they had all their hay on it that they sold. And anyway, he moved a travel trailer onto that property, and he lived there for a while. And after he had accidentally shot himself, code enforcement come by one time and gave me a written warning that that property was not zoned for residential. So there couldn't be somebody living on it, even in a travel trailer. So I had to go out there and tell this guy, Lou, that they had to move that travel trailer. And the friendship ended right there. Because he thought that my family was siding with the government. He thought I just should have told him to go away, mind their own business. But I couldn't do that. They had the power to shut the cafe down. So they ended up moving that and never spoke to my dad or me again. Can't park a trailer on land, can't make home brew. They got you under their thumb. Sarah Edwards, how are you? Welcome in. Do any of you guys know how to hook up a propane tank to my grandma's air? That is a horrible question. Horrible. One time my grandma went with a group of older people when she was, after my grandpa passed away, a long time after. And she was single and wanted something to do, so she went out with this other group walking. And so they were walking through town, and my grandma, being one of the older ones, kind of fell back a little bit behind the group. And somebody jumped out of an alley and grabbed her and pulled her into the alley. She wasn't carrying a purse. So this guy frisked her all over, felt her all over, feeling her and feeling her and feeling her. And then the guy says, "You ain't got any money?" She said, "No, but if you do that again, I'll write you a check." Bob Street is back. You can't sneeze? Nope, no tips. Put pepper up your nose. Pour yourself a little bitty line of pepper. Take a straw or rolled up dollar bill and sniff it up your nose. And then you'll know whether you can sneeze or not. Hello, Jasmine. Hey, how are you? Okay. Got to come back up here, huh? Oh, you tried it? Well, best of luck to you. Cinta, How are you? How you doing? Enjoying? Yeah, I enjoyed my dinner, and then my wife ran to Sonic and got us some ice cream. She's so good to me. Someone told me about a show called Outer Banks. I googled it the other day and like watched a trailer on it. Doesn't sound good to me. Yeah, Brooke, she is. Now, this is Jack. He's my best friend. He's my best friend. Here's a pretty good quote. The universe is under no obligation to make sense to you. Anybody know who stated that quote? The universe is under no obligation to make sense to you. Nope. Along those lines, but he's more current. He's it was Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, you got it, Mary. Before I got it out, you said it. Yep. Yeah, it was Neil deGrasse Tyson that said that. I put out a short today that I thought might get removed or suspended because I had a firearm strapped to my side. Yeah, it was Neil deGrasse Tyson, Brooke. But so far, they haven't flagged it. You need a little more room there, Jack? Oh, Jack. Yeah, I thought it was... I watched a lot of those shorts where people were grabbing like pencils or coffee cups or stuffed animals. I even did one, the same thing, I think, where I had Jack. And I thought, well, I'll just go at it a little more realistically. And I thought it might get flagged, but it hasn't. Keelan, how are you? Yeah, I did one prior that said something close to you. If someone breaks into your house, what's close to you is a weapon. And then I went like this. I think I'm special. And it was Jack. Him the best. He's a spoiled little dog. I wouldn't say he's spoiled. He's loved. He just loved. Hope, hi. Hi, Hope. High hope. Susan Wahlberg, how are you? Yeah, I saw him. He did that with a toy lightsaber. It was cute. That was a few years ago. He started collecting those. He bought one. It was like, oh, $15, and then he bought another one. It was like 30, and then he bought another one. It was like 65, and then he bought another one. It was about 100. And I think the last one we bought was, I don't know, it was well over $100. Which to me was too much money for a toy lightsaber. But it was supposed to be really realistic and made out of aluminum. This is Jack. His name is Jack. He's my buddy. He's my buddy. Hope, your cat died 2 days ago? I'm sorry. Jack's getting pretty old, so his days are numbered. And I'll miss him when he's gone, because he's been a good dog. Nope, never have. It'd be cool to tour that place. But I got this shirt, I thought it was kind of funny. Alcatraz Triathlon. Dig dash dive. Angela Hall. Thank you. Yeah, he knows he's cute. He knows he's cute. Every time I go live, he's got to be up here on my lap. Sarah, your dog died when you was 2 years old. So you probably don't even hardly remember it, do you? Paranormal investigations, yeah, I don't buy into it, but it's cool to watch and to take part in. One restaurant we had a paranormal group that came in, and we set up an activity because the building was haunted, they say. So we sold tickets for people to come, and it was in the springtime. You can hope. I see your messages. But I think it was $50 a head, and that got you dinner in the evening, a whole night of paranormal activity investigation, and then breakfast in the morning. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool watching everybody just be freaked out and scared. Some of the younger girls even started crying in some of the areas just because they got so scared. Hope, your fish died? Sorry to hear that. Y'all sub to him? To the fish? We got a new dog butt. A new dog butt. You got a new dog butt? It was his sister. It was her sister. Shrimpy, how you doing? Oh, to me. Another shot of coffee here. Everybody cheers. I would get up and fix me a drink, but I don't have anything to drink. I'm trying to just stay away from the alcohol. Patrick Barone, how are you? Probably is, Adam. Just spending money I don't have to. Yeah, I would say I normally fix myself a drink almost every day. So a few days ago, we was in town, and my wife says, "You need to stop by a liquor store?" I said, "No." Even this morning, she says, "You want to go by a liquor store?" And I said, "No." I mean, I wouldn't say I've ever been addicted to alcohol, but I would hate to get that way. So, good idea, Angela. It is hot. Time of the year. What is that, Adam? I tried Frangelico. Frangelico? Oh, a hazelnut liqueur. Huh. I probably wouldn't like it. My wife got some hazelnut coffee, a can of hazelnut coffee about a month ago. It was horrible. Sarah Edwards. How old am I? I'm 64. Mind Ballroom. Welcome back. I'm good. Oh, come on, Jack. I'm real good. I had a good dinner and just got done having a Sonic hot fudge sundae. You're old. I'm older than your grandpa. Well, you must be pretty young. Ella, your grandpa is 67. We're about the same age then. How's Dozer? He's doing good. He's outside again somewhere. He shoots out the door first thing in the morning. And then he pretty much stays out there all day now. He never used to go outside. When I started my lives, he was an indoor cat all the time. The last week and a half, probably, he's been wanting to be outside. And I think he knows it's getting close. Angela, yeah, I have an outside dog, and I got Jack, and I got Dozer. He's an inside cat. Yeah, and then I have about 20 or so other cats outside. Grandchildren, yes. I have I have 3. And I have a stepdaughter and stepson, and they have, between them each, they have 5. So if you go by Lisa's other kids, then we've got 8 total. Yeah, I got way too many cats and way too many chickens. And I let the chickens free range. So normally if I go outside on the deck, it is covered with chickens and cats. Way too many. Yeah, it does sometimes. Jack, you gotta get down. You gotta get down. I gotta give me some water. So you gotta put you down. Get down. Get down. No. How many chickens? I think I got about 16 chickens. Fopo. Blind grass. How are you? I'll make it to the end. Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm doing all right. Yeah, in fact, yesterday during the live, 1,000 years old, yeah, no. But during the live, I went outside and got Dozer. He was out in the grass, and brought him in. Well, then after the live, I went outside and he took off out the door again. And he was outside, and then we got ready for bed, and me and my wife go to bed, and we're laying there in the bed, and she goes, oh my goodness, Dozer's still outside somewhere. So me, I get up in my underwear. Okay, Jack. And grab a flashlight and have to go out and look for him, and found him and brought him back in the house again at probably between 11 and midnight sometime. Do you hear cops? No. I don't know what that means, but no. Oh, there's never cops way out here. I live way out in the boonies. I am very rural. Dirt roads. If I hear sirens, this normally means there's a fire somewhere that got out of hand. someone burning some brush or something and it got out of hand. His name is Jack. And if I'm doing a live, he's got to be up here on my lap. No. Yeah, he's just a happy, happy dog. Can I pet your dog? And actually, my son and his daughter, I think they paid $600 for Jack when he was a pup. He was a little, just fit in two hands. And they had him for probably 5 years and then decided they didn't want him anymore. So they asked my wife, they says, will you take Jack? We don't want Jack anymore. So my wife says, yeah, we'll take Jack. So we did, and we've had him probably about 5 years. So I'm figuring he's about 10 years old. Popo, appreciate you. Pat, my neighbors are probably, the neighbor over this way isn't too far away. Probably football field and a half. But my house is on the very west side of my property. And then the other way, there's big fields in between us. So it's probably about almost a mile the other way. Sarah Edwards, how are you? Blind grass, you have a question? I probably don't have an answer, but I can try. Here comes Nightbot. Yep. I figured that would bring Nightbot in, blind grass. Nightbot doesn't like a bunch of emojis. What's her name? Whose name? The dog? If you're talking about this dog, he's a little boy and his name's Jack. Oh, my wife's name is Lisa. She's out on the porch. She used to get on live with me a little bit. Anymore, she don't want to at all. Oh, Lisa is your mom's name? Nora from Hungary. How are you? Aubrey Hughes. Welcome in. How are you? Today is Israel Independence Day. Let's see. Thought I wrote it down. I guess, oh, is this it? So I Googled the I am from Malta, but my nationality is Arabic, but my nation is Arabic. I can speak English, Maltese, and Germany and France. Whoa, that is cool. So on India Independence Day, the main language in India was Hindi. So I Googled how to say Happy Independence Day in Hindi. And it is Swantadrada Divas Ki Shubkamni. Swantadrada Divas Ki Shubkamni. Huh. Oh, Fopo, you're from Kentucky. Your cat's breath smells like cat food? I wonder why. My dog's breath smells like butt. Laura Ramon, how are you? Do you live by South Vermilion? I'm not sure who you're talking about. Oh. No, if it's not too hot tomorrow, I need to fire up the tractor and do a little brush hogging out back. My property is getting a little bit overgrown. All right, Popo. Appreciate you coming by. If you got some content, I'll try to remember to check it out. See what you got going on. South Vermilion Wildcats. I don't know where that is. When I was in high school, we had to take one second language course. So I took German. And actually, I took it for 2 years. Don't remember any of it. I'll check it out there, Popo. What is your channel name? Popo, what is your channel name? You're good at German, Gabriel? Yeah, I'm not. I took it for 2 years, but every once in a while I'll say something just so my wife can hear it and wonder what I said. So, Popo, what do I search for your channel? Blind grass. Appreciate you. remember one of my favorite places to eat when I was a kid. I was young, probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that age. Oh, but I used to love to go to Der Wiener Schnitzel. I don't even think they're in business anymore. But they had some of the best hot dogs. And I'm pretty sure it was a German-based restaurant, a German style. GOG, you broke your foot? That ain't good. Did you get a cast or a boot on it? Yeah, my son broke his a while back. They didn't need to do surgery, but they just put a big boot on it. And he had to walk around with this great big boot on one foot for, it was quite a while. Oh, subscribe. Still can't sneeze. Back when I used to teach dancing, there was a couple, an older couple that took lessons. Well, their son passed away. Their son got in a car wreck and died. So I didn't see him for, 2 or 3 weeks. And they started coming back in to continue their lessons, and she was crying. And she explained, or actually her husband explained, that when her son died, she cried and cried and cried, and then when she got done crying, her tear ducts did not close. So her tears, she kept flowing tears day and night. She could be laughing and still tears would be coming down her face. And they had set up a doctor's appointment to have it surgically corrected. I don't know how they do it, but and I don't know what they did, but after a few weeks of her coming in and crying, and it was kind of hard to teach them to dance, because if I wanted to show her or him a move and dance with her, she would be looking at me just crying, tears running down her face. But then after they went to the doctor and had it surgically closed up or whatever they did, she was a lot better. Tried cinnamon, pepper, nothing. Lovely Hari, how are you? We haven't danced in a long time. We used to go out dancing once in a while, clubbing and stuff like that, but we haven't done that in a long time. Crazy 2, how are you? Anyway, y'all, I've been on here for about an hour and a half, so I think I'm going to shut it down. I appreciate you coming by and saying hi. I enjoy it. You all have a good night, good day, and be kind to each other. Later.